aka BeautyThat, and today I'll be showing you 10 workouts to strengthen both your core and your glutes. So for all of my ladies who have their 2021 goals, this is going to be perfect for you. Just as a disclaimer, I want you all to stay safe during these times. So if you're not at home or alone in the gym, please make sure that you are social distancing and following CDC guidelines. So to get started, we're gonna make sure that our bodies are warmed up with a good stretch, get our muscles loosened and relaxed and ready for this workout. For my warm-up, I will be doing, of course, a yoga flow. It'll be a light vinyasa flow, just about 10 minutes, and that will be incorporating warrior 1s and 2s, exalted warrior, peaceful warriors, a couple of chaturangas, downward dog, upper dog, everything that's going to activate my upper and lower body while stretching and releasing my spine. Now, if you guys do want me to do some more yoga videos, just going more in depth, please let me know, because I am a bit of a yogi myself and this is something that I love to do. So comment that down below if you would like to see some yoga videos from me. With this warm-up, along with all exercises, please make sure that you are practicing proper form and alignment. I am not a personal trainer and I'm just sharing what works for me, but I do want you guys to stay safe. So if ever or at any time you are in pain or something does not feel right, please stop in order to avoid injury. Without further ado, let's get into these 10 exercises to make sure that your core and booty are just right for 2021. Now, the first thing you're gonna need is your BeautyThat waist trainer. This is actually my own line. As you guys know, I am BeautyThat, and basically I started this because some waist trainers are a little too expensive or overpriced, and I knew that a waist trainer that was just the right price, easily adjustable and breathable was right for me. So these waist trainers have 2 bands instead of 1, which most just have 1. This is going to keep the heat insulated. You can tighten it and adjust it as you please. Make sure that it's not too tight, because you do want to make sure that you're still breathing and getting the circulation and flow that you need during all your exercises. But I feel like this is perfect. I have multiple colors, and if you guys want one, make sure to DM me on my Instagram at taylordion.t. They are $29.99 and they come in a multitude of colors. I'm wearing a size small black, but there is purple, there's pink, we have blue, orange, and then of course black. So once I have my waist trainer on, I'm gonna go ahead and do my 1 mile run on the treadmill. And if you're at home, you can also do this in your neighborhood or wherever. But I usually like to start off with a small walk. So you can do a mile at any pace that you would like. Usually if I'm walking, I will do it at about 4 speed, because you know, I have long legs. So we can go ahead and put that up to, let's just do 3.5 for now. This is just a walking speed, very comfortable. It's getting my heart rate up, and it's perfect for just a nice warm up after the yoga. I like to get a mile in, not so much daily, but I'm on this thing for 2021, which I do want to run a mile a day again. So I'm gonna go ahead and change it to 6 speed so I can just run and bust this mile out. So our first workout is going to be using the medicine ball, and this is the 55 centimeter. So I'm gonna use just the smallest one because I'm a pretty small girl, but of course use whatever ball works for you. I'm gonna go ahead and go over to my yoga mat. And from here, this is gonna be a ab worker. So what you're gonna do is lay down flat on your back, putting the medicine ball between your feet. You're gonna basically pass it to your hands as you come up in a crunch. So just as a quick demonstration, laying down, you're gonna come up and pass it and come back down, making sure to keep your heels off the ground. So making sure that your heels don't touch the ground when you're passing it. And then I'm going to do about 10 reps. So you can do 3 sets of 10 for this medicine ball. Next, we're gonna go ahead and do some planks. And I like 1 minute holds. So basically, however it works for you, you can do your plank in a full push-up position or on your elbows. I prefer the elbows. And basically, you're gonna hold this for a minute. It's very important to make sure that you're not straining your neck when in this plank position. I like to keep the whole spine aligned. So I know some people look up, some people look all the way down, but it's very important to keep that back totally aligned, that butt down, and that core activated. You don't want to put any extra stress onto your arms or your shoulders. Don't want the butt too high, don't want to be too back into your heels, but you just want to be perfectly over your mat or whatever you're doing it on, keeping that spine aligned and holding for a minute. And with every exercise, making sure that you're breathing, because it's very important to get the oxygen to your muscles. So if ever you're feeling tired or just ready to take a break, it's really easy to just put a knee down. And I'm personally a fan of child's pose. So basically bringing your knees together and leaning back, stretching the back and the shoulders, or which is really good after planks, doing a cobra or up dog. And this stretches your stomach because you just worked out your core with the plank. So you can go ahead and do this or lift your thighs off the ground. But that is our second exercise with the plank. So our third workout, it's 4 in the morning. Okay, so our third workout is going to be the Russian twist. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab these weighted balls. I think, let me see. Ooh. We're gonna go simple with the 6-pounder, and we're gonna go right back to the mat. And with the Russian twist, this is an added challenge, but of course, you can go ahead and just plop yourself on your mat comfortably. I like to be in not like a boat position, but with the heels down. And if you lean back enough where you can feel your core being activated, you can use just your hands and go side to side. This is gonna really work your obliques, going side to side with these Russian twists, but for an added challenge and also getting those arms worked out, because you know, I'm always a core and a leg day kind of girl, but we have to incorporate the arms some kind of way. So using these weighted balls, you can go ahead and hold them up to your chest, leaning back to activate the core, and going side to side with the Russian twist. And again, you can do sets of probably 20s, just 10 each side, 3 sets of 20. And for even an added challenge, doing these Russian twists in a boat pose, however you want your core to feel that day. So we're gonna go ahead and see if we're up for the challenge. Boat pose and side to side with these Russian twists. Again, keeping our spine aligned. You don't want to feel any straining. And whenever you need to take a break, coming back up and resting. Whew, rest is such a beautiful thing. It really is. Whenever you're ready, getting right back into it. Whew, all right. So what is next on the list? We are moving on to workout number, dun, 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 dun. Whew. Workout number 4. So we just left from the boat pose if you did the advanced Russian twist, but we're gonna go back into the boat pose and do the 100s. So there's a couple different ways you can do the 100. You can do it as far as counting as many pulses up that you wanna do, or you can do it for the amount of time. So I personally like the amount of time because I feel like I'm getting more bang for my buck. So basically, again, we were going to go into boat pose, and while we're here, balancing our arms up, and for about 30 seconds, we're gonna pulse our arms upwards. This is again a arm workout along with a core strengthener. So go into boat pose whenever you're ready and pulsing up for 30 seconds. Really squeezing our core, making sure it's activated. Again, if you have your BeautyThat waist trainer, it's doing half that work for you. Making sure to breathe, keeping those legs up, pulsing for the 100s. And when you reach 30 seconds, you can come back to center, take your rest, and then complete the next 2 sets. Yay! Number 5 is squats. You guys already know I can do legs for days. That is my absolute favorite because working the glutes, baby. That's number 1, having fun. So there's a couple different ways that you could do squats. Of course, whatever works for you or whatever area of the glute that you're trying to work specifically, you could have them right underneath your hips. You can have them on a normal stance, comfortable, or even sumo squat and make them super large with your toes pointed out. But I'm just gonna do a normal stance with the squat, and basically 3 sets of 20 is a good start for me. You can do this without weights and just go ahead and go for it, squeezing at the top, making sure you're bending and getting that good angle. Weight in the heels and being sure to not have your knees going over your toes. Okay, so from the side view, just making sure we're squatting, getting low enough, making sure our knees are not going over our toes, and we'll be coming up, squeezing and keeping that back aligned. Again, the BeautyThat waist trainer is gonna help keep that back aligned because it does have back support included in the waist trainer. So we're gonna go ahead and do some squats. You can do it without weights. I'm gonna be using the 20-pound weight. And to make this more advanced, you can also do weight along with your resistance band. But I'm just gonna use the 20-pound weight to get started on my 3 reps of 20. I'm going to do 10 facing the front and then 10 facing the side. So going ahead at a normal stance, squatting back and squeezing at the top. Again, it is really important, I cannot stress it enough, to squeeze at the top. That's how you're really going to be working those glutes, working that booty, baby. Whew. Taking your time, you're really not in a rush, well, depending on how fast you want to finish this quick 10 workout circuit. Let's go ahead and see a side view and squeezing at the top. Keeping the strength in our legs. Make sure not to keep myself going fully low to that 90-degree angle and getting these squats in. All right, let's go ahead and move on to exercise number 6. Still focusing on the legs, we're gonna move on to lunges, and lunges are pretty basic. We're just gonna go ahead and again, mount our front foot, making sure that knee does not go over. Bringing our back leg back. Kind of like a squat, but you're lunging and squeezing at the top. So coming down and squeezing at the top, you should really be feeling it in that back glute and even that front leg. And I would definitely do 10 on each side and 3 sets of those. A more advanced variation of the lunge is the jump lunge. Now these take a little bit extra coordination and energy. As you guys can see, I'm already not so much out of breath, but I'm definitely working up a sweat here with just these few exercises. So for the lunge jumping lunges, you're basically going to do the same sets of 20 or how many that you wanted to do, but you're going to jump as you alternate. So instead of just coming up and squeezing, that's gonna be a jump and you're switching into the next lunge. So when you're doing these lunges, it's important to take off and accelerate upwards as far as making sure that both of your legs are leaving the ground at the same time, and then switching into the lunge. Again, making sure that that knee does not touch the ground because that can also lead to some injuries. But the most important thing, as you guys can tell, is to stay hydrated. So even if you are in the middle of your workout, I'm at workout number 6 right now, definitely feel free to stop, take breaks, and drink water when necessary. Exercise number 7 is the wall sit. Not my personal favorite, but it definitely gets the job done. 1-minute increments is the way to go. I wouldn't do sets of this unless you're doing a circuit and just doing one of those in each round that you're doing the circuit in. So wall sit, very simple, but it's also surprisingly easy to do incorrectly. So the best way I can describe it is sitting down in a chair. So when you're sitting in a chair, you're not halfway up or too far down. You're actually perfectly in a 90-degree angle. So when doing the wall sit, making sure that your knees are forming that 90-degree angle. So not in a comfortable position because your legs are gonna be burning like crazy, but this is the right way to go about it. So making sure that you are at that 90-degree angle in your wall sit, holding this for approximately a minute. If you want to start out a little bit easier, maybe 15 seconds or even 30, and doing that, adding that up into a 1 minute wall sit. So like 4 sets of 15 or 2 sets of 30 definitely will help. I think I have about a few more seconds left in this 1 minute wall sit. Legs is shaking, it's burning, but it's working. If you're really going for a challenge, taking one of those weighted balls, going side to side, you can also work your core while you're in this wall sit. I, for one, am going to just do the regular wall sit and feel my legs. Coming up gently with the spaghetti legs, definitely working out the lower body. Moving on to exercise number 8. We're almost there, guys. For the last few exercises, we're gonna be moving on to the arms. So our next exercise is the bicep curls. I'm using 10 pounds. Definitely pushing myself today. Usually it might be 8, maybe 7, maybe 5. Definitely don't wanna do too much weight on the arms because I feel like it's very easy to tear something. So making sure that you are going at the pace that's right for you and the weight that is right for you. But for these bicep curls, getting into a comfortable position, of course, just neutral standing. And we're gonna go ahead and hinging at just the elbow joint. We don't want to move our arm or our elbow like this. Definitely keeping the upper part of our arms completely still and doing that bicep curl and coming back down. It's not about how fast you can do these sets or how wide you can swing your arm, whatever that may be. You just want to have it nice and controlled with correct form and definitely feeling the burn in the bicep curl. As far as arms, you already know I'm not an arm girl, but you have to work out the full body when doing a full body workout like this. So definitely probably just those 3 sets of 10 will do. If you need to do just 3 sets of 5, I'm with you, girl. I'm gonna do that, but go ahead and do these bicep curls. I keep my arm here just to make sure that I'm nice and controlled, squeezing at the top. And once you get to the top, also keeping that control when bringing the arm back down. As y'all can see, this is a nice pump because these muscles aren't always there, but they're popping out with these bicep curls. I have this stance, but I think you guys can also do the lunge stance if you need a little bit more support or stability when doing these bicep curls. Again, if anything is painful, check your alignment, check your form. Not to say that you're not doing it right, but it should not be hurting in that sense. Just a few more. Making sure to squeeze. And we can go ahead and switch to the other side. Also, side note, making sure you're using just your arm. I know it's very easy to want to use your back or even another part of your body to get that arm up. If that's the case, you might want to just lower the weight because you shouldn't be straining any other muscles in your body. Focusing on the bicep. So those were the bicep curls. So the next exercise that we're gonna do are the tricep dips. So the first thing we're gonna get is our arms ready on whatever platform you're using, whether it's a bench, a chair, a couch, whatever you have available to you. Go ahead and bring your feet out and making sure that they're straight so you're not putting any extra weight or focus or emphasis on your legs, but making sure that it's all in the triceps. Dipping low enough for your butt to almost touch the ground and pushing back up with your triceps. Again, making sure to breathe, keeping that 90-degree angle when coming down. And for these, again, I would do 3 sets of 10. Again, I'm not an arm girl, but we do what we gotta do to get that good pump and to make sure that we are working out our entire body. So those are the tricep dips. We're gonna go ahead and move on to our last workout. We're almost there, guys. Let's go, let's do it. So the last exercise we're gonna do are rows. I'm using a bench. Again, use whatever is accessible to you. Go ahead and resting your hand onto the bench, and we're gonna go ahead and keep this good form while rowing back. Focusing on our shoulder and our back. This is a great back exercise. Again, isolating that arm, keeping the spine aligned. The back should be straight. And doing 10. So we're gonna do 3 sets of 10 like every other exercise. And doing the same thing to the, you weren't even moving with me. You were going up when I was down. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and if you want more active fitness videos like these, also with yoga, make sure to comment that down below. Don't forget to thumb this video up and subscribe to my channel. I love you guys so much. Don't forget to beauty that. Bye. Mwah.